The stock market is crashing after Donald Trump rolled out the largest tariff hikes in modern history. But the tariffs are just one piece of the puzzle. Trump is deliberately crashing the stock market, and it's all part of an insanely risky master plan. This shocking clip from Steve Cohen, billionaire owner of the New York Mets, tells the whole story.
What is your current outlook for the US economy?
When you take a brew of tariffs, it's a tax. Taxes are never positive. On top of that, we have slowing immigration. And in addition, now you have Doge. We think growth is going to slow to 1.5% from 2.5%. It's got to be negative for the economy.
Cohen made this call over 6 weeks before Liberation Day, which will now be remembered as Liquidation Day. And oh boy, was it worse than he expected. The Atlanta Fed is now projecting that Q1 GDP will be negative 3.7%, while JP Morgan is forecasting a 60% chance of recession. Donald Trump is purposely attacking the economy with policy. In just 2 months, Doge has cut over 280,000 jobs. That's 280,000 American families who will cut back on costs. Trump's tariffs literally guarantee inflation. Higher prices means less spending, which means slower economy. And with new hostility around migration, legal immigration is projected to be cut in half. Less population means less people spending money. Trump's trifecta of Doge, tariffs, and border control are deliberately grinding the economy to a halt. But the question is why? The answer is simple, but the risk is huge. The US has $36 trillion in national debt, and it's getting bigger every single year. For the first time ever, the US is spending more on the interest payments on that debt than on national defense. In 2024, $881 million went to interest payments alone. The total budget deficit was $1.8 trillion. Almost half of that was going to pay interest. Trump must balance the budget, or the US will enter a debt death spiral. That's when a country is forced to borrow money just to pay the interest on their own debt. The debt grows bigger and bigger, and the country has to borrow more and more just to keep up. This spiral is what turns your money into Zimbabwe bucks. Trump can stop this from happening by lowering the interest payments. This would save hundreds of billions of dollars and balance the budget. But he can only do that if the Federal Reserve lowers the interest rates. The Fed will only lower rates if it's mandatory to save a slow economy. A slow economy is exactly what Donald Trump is creating on purpose. He's deliberately using policy to manufacture a recession so that the Fed is forced to lower rates. Trump wants low rates, and he'll do whatever it takes to get them, even if that means crashing the stock market and causing mass unemployment on purpose. America is truly at risk of entering a debt death spiral, and Trump is using one hell of a risky game plan to try and fix it. That's why you must know what's going on so that you can protect your family and your wealth. I'll continue to give you all the updates and explain what you can actually do. Thank you for the support, and thank you for watching the video.